Hey everybody, sorry about that. My Google Chrome crashed on me. I've been having some internet issues, so I don't know if that caused it or what. But if you have any questions, I'll probably do an extra 5 minutes on here. I'm sure I had some queued up in the other video before it crashed. So if you do have any questions, let me know real quick. But other than that, in the first video, like I said, the plan is to build another bus, a very simple bus, just with a bed platform. I have the fridge already purchased. There's a scrap yard here in Phoenix that I'll probably get a lot of material from. Good morning, Sue. Nice raining day here in Arizona, huh? Hardly ever rains here. It's been 2 days. Well, about a day and a half. It's supposed to rain all day today. Hopefully my solar is able to keep up with everything. But gonna see if I can work with Battleborn again for the two rigs. Get a couple Battleborn batteries for Zep 1. Get a Battleborn setup for the new rig as well. So we'll see. ZeroFlame, what's going on, bud? How did the trip through Kansas go? Did you stop by that green town on your way to Arizona? So I didn't stop by a green town. The trip through Kansas was actually pretty nice. I enjoy rolling plains. Obviously, Kansas has that. Some people don't like. I guess not rolling plains, but just like the country roads going through those small towns. I absolutely love that. I actually purposely went through one of the back highways to get down to Arizona, just because I love that backcountry view with all the grain bins and all the farmland and the trains going by the highway. I love that stuff. So I actually had a great trip back. I really enjoyed it. The seat got a little uncomfortable. I need to pick up a trucker seat or something, but we'll see how it goes. Joe, morning. Can't wait to see the paint job. It's raining here in the East Coast as well. Yeah, I was texting my grandma. She said it was raining in Indiana as well. I'm excited to see what it looks like painted. I will miss the way it looks right now. To be honest, I like the way it looks, but I do want to get it painted just because it has been so much work. That would be nice just to kind of put a little bow tie, wrap it all up, and be done. It'll be a good feeling to get that done. So I'm excited to see what it looks like as well. Polygon, check out the Brave browser. It's built on Chromium. The founder of JavaScript is back in this privacy browser. Check it out. Love the channel. Thanks for watching. Been following since Alaska. Thanks for commenting. I've never seen your comment before, so I wonder if that's the first time you commented. Yeah, thanks for tagging along. I need to figure out a better browser, I guess. I think, like I said, I think the internet has been a little tricky with me, but it would be nice to have a completely private browser like that. Rebull, love your rig, thanks. ZeroFlame, you would have gone through a town that was entirely eco-friendly, all wind, solar sustainable buildings. It's pretty cool. Yeah, if I would have known that, I definitely would have stopped. I was kind of on a mission to get to Arizona. I had a little bit of a cold, so I was just plugging through as far as I could. So I didn't even research that much on the way. I just saw a back highway with a bunch of small towns and went that way. Daniel, love the rig. Thanks, bud. Love seeing the updates in the planning stages of purchasing and building out a bus. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of work, but once you get it livable, once you're on the road, it's well worth it. Wild Willie, morning from California. How's it going? Jeffrey, did you make it through Lindsberg? It's Little Sweden, USA. Also, Lawrence, Kansas is awesome. University of Kansas is there. I lived there for 15 years. Great place. I honestly don't remember the names of the towns. I didn't really look at them. I was like the actual names. I was just kind of cruising through, enjoying them as I went through. Wild Willie, watching your build inspired me to get the bus. Well, I hope the build goes very well for you, and you wish no ill for me when the build goes into its year mark, because it takes more time and money than most people anticipate. But like I said, once you get it livable, once you're on the road with it, there's nothing like it. Michael, you've done a good job on all you on the bus. I don't like to say the bus. I call it love wagon because you love what you're doing, and I'm still with you on this. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it, Mike. Lieutenant Dan's legs. Are you planning to finish the inside roof? Yes, the ceiling. So my friend should be here by 9 this morning. We're going to get a materials list put together and get the ceiling done soon. Bought a 99 40 foot from Tony in Arizona. Awesome. Wonder if you got a full mechanical engine. Yeah, I always suggest people, if you are looking at a bus, get it from a reputable dealer, somebody that's gone through the bus and got it fixed. I got so lucky with getting my bus from Florida to Colorado to Arizona. It's definitely the exception to the rule of just picking up a bus sight unseen and making it that has a decent drivetrain. And the school district I got this bus from was known to be a bad school district, so I got so lucky. I always suggest people to buy it from a dealer, a good dealer, somebody that's not going to buy it at auction and just slap $4,000 more on it and sell it. Somebody that's actually going to go through it and fix everything that's wrong with it. Sue, do I need to get a Berkey, or is my Seagull filter still good? I don't know what a Seagull filter is. I have my Berkey. That's what I drink all my water out of. I can't attest to how good the Berkey is. So other than that, that's as far as I can tell you with water filtration. ZeroFlame. Driving with a cold is exhausting. Yes, it is. Glad to have seen a couple of videos getting posted again. Looks like you got quite a bit done on the rig and personal accomplishments on the way. Yeah, it was with the reselling. I could have been filming, but it was kind of one of those things where I had no idea what I was doing. I probably couldn't have made any good videos of the process, but I do have it fairly figured out now. I actually got a couple orders in this morning, and I've stopped posting new items. A Bose speaker that I found sold for $20 plus $15 shipping. Some Harley Davidson bandanas I picked up at a garage sale for $1 each. I sold 4 of them for $25. So I'm still making money from it. It's just, I don't know if it's worth the time of sourcing and picking everything up and posting and everything. Disabled Vets Perspective. My wife and me are thinking about starting a on the road life. Any reason why we should not do it? You have to make sure that you have a decent income. You have to make sure that the rig you get is something that you want. I mean, people swap out rigs all the time, but it's, very important to have something that is at least 75% compatible with what you're trying to do, because you're not going to enjoy it. And, I'm not one of those people that says everybody should get a rig and travel around. That's just not the way that it works, to be completely honest. It really depends on the person, the income, what type of life on the road you're looking for. If you're looking to boondock all the time, it's obviously going to save you a lot of money. If you're trying to be in RV parks all the time, that gets pretty expensive pretty quick. So it's very dependent on what you're looking to do, and maybe rent an RV for a week and see if it's something that you could see yourself doing full time, just because everybody else is doing it. And there is money online to talk about how great it is on the road, and how beautiful it is, and make these beautiful videos. But a lot of times it's fake smiles, it's a lot of posing. So just realize that it's there's reality out there where it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Watch it from Greece. I love Greece. Armar, let me know where you're at in Greece. I was there for a while, actually. I know you can't get many buses there in Greece. Wild Willie, mechanical Cummins 8.3, awesome. If I could switch out any engine in my bus, I have the 8.3, but I have the CAPS system, electronic 8.3. If I could switch it out, I'd do the mechanical. When you finish the ceiling of that bus, it'll be fabulous. I think it's fabulous already, but that's just my personal preference. Polygon, how much more do you pay when getting checked out bus from a dealer? It's very conditional. just a quick reference to me buying my bus at auction and versus buying it at a dealer. I bought the bus for $3,000. Usually a bus like mine at Tony's goes from 9 to 10,000. Bought the bus for three, paid $3,500 for tires, paid an extra $1,200 to get everything fixed. I had the bus delivered to a mechanic after I bought it at auction to look it over before I drove it home. On the way home, I had $1,300 transmission repair. That doesn't include the gas. That doesn't include me sitting at shops waiting to get done, like the work done. So it would have been much cheaper to get it. Well, not much. It would have been cheaper overall to get a bus from Tony's, and it would have already been here in Arizona. I wouldn't have to drive it from Florida. So, it's just preference and what dealer it is and what buses they have at the time. Because Tony's buses are being swapped out all the time. I mean, I'm at Tony's right now, and they're scrapping out buses left and right. Buses that come from school districts that the bus had a lot of issues. It wasn't worth repairing, and they got rid of. People buy those at auctions for $2,000 all the time and try and drive them home, and then they just have a bus they can't do anything with. So it really depends on what you're trying to do and how much risk you're willing to take. Got a couple more questions here, and I'm going to get off here. Gary, are you still thinking about getting a buddy for Kobuk and one that will be able to stay with you permanently? Yes, that is something that I have considered. Like I said before my video stopped, definitely going to get a German Shepherd mix. Love German Shepherds. It's something that I've thought about for sure. Just trying to get it figured out. David, hi from the UK. Watched you a long time when you had vans and RVs. Time to finish the bus. That's the plan. David, let me know where you're at in the UK. I just got back from Scotland, did a trip in Ireland and Scotland over there, rented a camper van, drove around North Scotland. Lefkas, I did not go there. I was in Greece and Thessaloniki and took a train up through the north in the Balkans. No problem. Polygon. Sue Kelly, Holbrook Bus Barn. Never heard of them, but it's an option. There's plenty of places to buy buses out there. ZeroFlame, had no idea Bluebird made propane and electric buses. Yeah. Tony actually had a couple of the propane ones, and they only had like 5,000 miles on them. It was too difficult for the school district to keep replacing the propane in those buses. But being that they had 5,000 miles on them, the suspension on those things were just phenomenal. The interiors were phenomenal, so he was able to scrap those out. John, great swing you, Chris. Excited to see Zep 3. Yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes. William, do you find the maintenance on the bus to be more scheduled maintenance? I know with commercially made RVs, they break all the time due to poor build quality. Yeah, that's why I went with the bus. The bus is definitely more of a commercial setup. So the scheduled maintenance that I do on the bus is basically every fall when I get to Arizona, I have Tony and his team look it over. Every spring, I have him look it over, and then I hope the bus makes it through the summer. That's basically the way I do it. Any suggestions where you can find a bus build near Louisiana? I actually don't. You might have to do some traveling. I don't know how common bus builds are in Louisiana, but I do know that there's multiple people on YouTube that are selling their bus right now. I think Traveling Vistas, Tio Aventura bus, I think they're selling there. So there's a lot of people selling their bus right now and downsizing. Marissa, did you find your happiness? I've found my happiness for a while now. Being on the road has definitely been my jam for a while, and I feel blessed every single morning. I get to wake up in the bus and do what I do. Disabled vet, is $3,000 a month enough to live on the road? Absolutely, absolutely. Especially if you're doing boondocking, if you're living cheaply, definitely set aside some money for breakdowns. You don't want to be caught in a bad spot. Ellie, do you know anything about Colorado Custom Coachworks? Trying to get in there. Yeah, I've heard they do great work. I've heard it's a great spot for people looking to work on their bus and get work done on their bus. I've not heard anything negative personally about them. How much do you figure you've invested in time and money in the rig? So pretty much a year solid building the bus, money about $40,000 throughout the last year and a couple months. Excuse me. The main priority has just been traveling around building the businesses. Aja, how much is your yearly maintenance cost in your bus? Anywhere around $1,000 to $2,000. Nothing crazy, and a lot of that, the bigger costs are actually big projects like put a new rear main seal on the engine, put a new gasket on the rear differential, like some pretty big jobs. Now that those are done, I'm hoping that cost actually goes down. Polygon, must read The Alchemist. Yeah, it's my absolute favorite book. Yeah, Ellie, Colorado Custom Coachworks is probably just absolutely slammed. So you just got to keep up with them. Same with Wes. He's getting emails probably 3 or 4 a week about doing bus conversions. Marissa, so glad to hear it. Doing something you're passionate about is so important. So you love and positivity. Thank you. I appreciate it. Safe travels. Okay, last question, and I need to get to work today. Sue, what happened with your voltage? Wire melted. So in the last video, I mentioned that I was having some electrical issues. All it was a negative terminal on the negative line was loose. Just tighten that up, and it was good to go. I'm gonna have to keep better eyes on that. I mean, I do probably once a month go back there, wiggle the wires, and feel if anything's loose. But that one, just the way the wire was angled, even if I wiggled it, it didn't really move. Like you really had to just go in there with a wrench and tighten everything down. So that is that's what happened. The system's back to working, and it's going to be a test in the system today with this rain. Here in Arizona, I pretty much rely on that solar every single day during the winter, being that I'm only getting good solar for maybe 4 or 5 hours, and once the sun gets to a certain angle, I'm not really bringing in that much. So I appreciate all of you watching and tagging along. I'm planning on doing this every Wednesday, just an update to what's happening. Got some podcasts shot. I did a podcast with Aaron from Broccoli Bus, basically going over the realities of building a massive solar bank in your rig to live off the grid. So I will catch you guys probably live next Wednesday. Have a good one.